Welcome to Music Over Matter. Today we are listing our top 10 favorite songs of all time. We already did this for our albums, but I will say ranking songs is way harder. So, of course, let us know in the comments what your top songs of all time are. If you want to do a top 10, do that as well, but you'll see when you do it, those last few, you're like, there could be 20 songs that could be here, so it is pretty tough. But yeah, let us know in the comments what your top songs are. One thing I do want to put a disclaimer, the title says hip-hop songs. Some of our songs on our list are not hip-hop. Don't blame us, blame YouTube for the way we have to title videos to get them recommended for our viewer. You know how it is, okay? Don't blame us, blame YouTube's algorithm. Anyways, let's get going. Do you want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
My number 10 favorite song, keep that in mind, not best. There's a difference between best and favorite. Top 10 favorite song of all time is Lonely Star by The Weeknd. Lonely Star is my favorite Weeknd intro of all time. The instrumental is just infectious. The way the storytelling of the song is, it starts with seems like pain and regret are your best friends, and then it evolves to you don't need your best friends, I could be your best friend. That's like, dude, oh my god, that just the way he, holy shit, dude, you could already tell, but like songs have a very emotional connection in your brain, so it's gonna like, it's hard to explain why you like certain songs. It's just, it's there, dude. I looked back actually, I made a list 4 years ago now of my top Weeknd songs of all time. Lonely Star was number 5.
Really?
I've liked Lonely Star that long. My top Weeknd songs of all time.
Yeah.
All right, what is your number 10 favorite?
Mine is 21 Savage with Monster.
Okay.
So good, my smoke song. Hey, hit it so good, my choke song. Hey, I pull out the game so weak. She below the belt, that's a low blow. She gon' try and blame it on YOLO.
Maybe a weird pick.
I mean, it's your favorite.
Yeah. I absolutely love that song. That's when that came out. Like seriously, I listened to it so much when it came out. That's my favorite off of I'm Greater Than I Was, of course. The sound of the song, like that mellow trap beat underneath 21 Savage and Childish Gambino being on it. When I first listened to it and hearing that for the first time, I was like, oh my god, that memory makes me like the song more.
Yeah, when this song came out, I remember it was like, this is crazy because this did not sound anything like 21 Savage when this dropped. Like this was not the music 21 Savage was making.
Yeah.
My number 9, if you've seen the channel, you know I love this album. And I think I mentioned it in our 2018 bracket video. Broken Girls by Saba.
I'm in love with broken girls. You know we both not shit. I know that shit toxic.
That song is just crazy to me. Like that song has affected multiple years of my life. It's almost like it puts you in a trance because the instrumental's so dark and like hardly even there. And then he's just repeating everything he's saying. The storytelling on that track, I mean, that's just top tier Saba. That song is just absolutely absurd. Favorite song off Care for me, obviously.
It is really hard to talk about this because a lot of it comes with a lot of emotion and memories.
Because you connected emotionally, there's something in the actual song at it, like fundamentally, that made it connect at that time.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to tear out when talking about things. It's not the emotion, like that's connected to events, sure, but the reason it connected in the first place is because of the darkness, like that sort of thing.
My number 9, did that just change?
Nope. Is this dude tripping? What the hell? Whoa.
My number 9 is 16 by Baby Keem.
Won't you think about you and I just grab my hand and look me in the eye. My mama mad at me, I know I fucked up big. My girl mad at me, I know I fucked up big.
That's the newest song on my list. Off of first listen, I think it happened to a lot of people, like absolutely just connected to this song instantly. It's a very emotional song. The instrumental is very nice. There's a lot of relatable stuff on it, of course.
Yeah, I think this song is most people's favorite Baby Keem song.
I feel like my top 10 is kind of basic. That's all right.
If you're enjoying our song ranking so far, be sure to scroll down and hit that subscribe button for us. And if you are enjoying the video just a little bit more, click that join button for us. Get a cool little icon next to your name when you comment on our videos. And let's get back to it. My number 8 is Kissland by The Weeknd.
nothing to relate to. This ain't nothing to relate to.
We're already back to the Weeknd. If you've watched this channel, you know this was coming for me. But this song has exploded up my list of top songs over the past like 2 years or so, since I really fell in love with Kissland. This song is just, how long is it? 7.5 minutes of pure roller coaster. Just like that intro, you hear it, the spinning, I don't even know what that is. It's like a helicopter. This is the perfect culmination of feeling like a complete badass in this song for me. It's all about, obviously this entire album is about tour life, but this is the culmination of all of it. It's the perfect title track. The beat switch is incredible. His rapping on the back, I like the first half. The rapping on the back half makes it just top tier Weeknd. The track is so psychedelic and like out of body. Earlier in his career when he was doing tons of drugs and on tour and stuff, like this song would be how he felt. Like it is, you are out of body, you feel like a king, but at the same time, like you're doing like terrible things and like indulging in like bad stuff. So what a track, holy shit. All right, what's your number 8?
Coffee Bean by Travis Scott. Travis Scott is going to show up a lot in my list.
If I had you, trust me, you would be mad too.
Something about those drums on that song, it hits your heart on it. I feel like a lot of my songs on here are like kind of emotional songs, but like the storytelling on that song, I just love the sound of that song and his lyrics. That's all I could say about it. The drums hit really hard. I love that outro with his voice sounding like a guitar, kind of like the Runaway outro.
My number 7, it's really showing the difference in our taste. Like your songs are really emotional, but I think what makes a top song in your brain is the emotion behind it. It somehow connects. Yours are more slow emotional. Mine are like a different type of emotional. My next song is Saint Lucia by Future.
Later on, I'm gonna get like some bangers on my list.
Yeah.
I'm a big dog. Found out I cheated on her, she still feed me grapes.
One of the most toxic Future songs of all time, probably up there with My Collection. That song is just so hard. There's nothing I can really say about it. Again, like my taste in music is like I like the harder stuff. When I'm listening to music, I like to feel like hard. I don't know how, you know what I mean? Like same thing with Kissland. It's like it makes you feel like, you know, you're power.
Yeah, you're
almost,
higher
right?
than you actually are.
Yeah. Future's flow, the instrumental, just the start. That song comes on in your playlist and the first thing you hear is Save Me. Oh my goodness, dude. And of course it's toxic. The Weeknd's my favorite artist. The Future's like top 5. It's like, I like that type of music. St. Lucia is just the culmination of everything I like about Future. So St. Lucia, number 7.
My number 7 is Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst by Kendrick. Some basic picks.
This one's a little basic, but that I don't think that's not a problem.
It's good music.
There's a reason it's a basic pick, is because it's top tier music.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and figured I'd call you in case I'm not here tomorrow. Dying of thirst, dying of thirst, dying of thirst.
That's one of the songs that you listen to and it like completely changes how you're feeling. That song carries a lot of emotion. Of course, it's like one of the best, for me at least, one of the best storytelling tracks ever. I love how long it is and how many different perspectives he goes through. That song hits different.
Like from a logical standpoint, this is the culmination of Good Kid, Mad City. Coming at number 6 is my basic pick for sure. This is the basic pick. Devil in a New Dress.
And out of all the colors that fill up the skies, you got green on your mind. Hater talking never made me mad. Never that, not when I'm in my favorite paper tag.
I also have this song on my list just later on.
There's a reason this is one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time. Like this song is different than the rest of them on my list, and yours too, obviously. This song doesn't hold emotional weight for me. It's just that song, no matter what I'm doing, regardless of the mood I'm in, this song comes on, I'm not skipping it.
Oh, yeah.
This is a must listen every single time. Does not matter. It's argued, and I would say it's the best hip hop beat I've ever heard.
Me too.
It's insane. Arguably the greatest feature of modern rap. It's just perfect. It's a perfect song.
It actually is a perfect song. Even the instrumental, that guitar bridge to Rick Ross's part.
And the bridge is the perfect length. Builds it up perfectly.
It's just good music. It's just good ass music.
Good-ass music. All right, what is your number 6?
I have Fourth Dimension by Kids See Ghosts.
It feels so good it should cost. Brought an alligator, I ain't talking Lacoste.
Can see ghosts off the ropes, Ric Flair on your beers, now this the theme song.
That song is one of the most unique songs I've ever listened to. Kanye flipping a Christmas song into that is also kind of crazy. The drums are like infectious on there. They just like, they hit really hard. That's like, that Kanye verse is top tier. It's a banger song. It's really good. So
yeah,
like that's another one that doesn't like hold emotional, but it just sounds really good.
It's just a good ass song.
Yeah, it's a good ass song.
All right, moving on to number 5. I have Gone Gone Thank You.
It's poison in that gumbo, emotion for Dumbo.
Maybe a basic pick. Again, this is just a perfect song. It's the perfect mix of melody, different voices, insane rapping. It's just a phenomenal track. There is some emotion behind it, but like certain parts of it, the whole thing doesn't like connect with me emotionally like, you know, say a Broken Girls does. But if that song comes on, I'm not skipping it. It's a perfect track.
This song is probably right outside of my top 10, so I'd like to talk about it too. And this is also my favorite Tyler song. For me, it has a lot of emotion to it. It got me, when this album came out, it was like at a perfect time in my life. And this was like one of the main songs that got me through a lot.
I'm going to argue every single one of my songs in like this top, since Devil in a New Dress, so that top 6, every song that I'm going to talk about is perfect. What is your number 5?
I have Oh My Decide by Travis Scott. Banger. I absolutely love that song. I love the dark first half and then like the more chill second half. The hook is just amazing on there. Again, this is just good ass music. It just sounds amazing. The beat switch transition is like one of the cleanest Travis has. Quavo, oh my god, he just brings it. His verse is crazy on there. Yeah.
My number 4, this is Mojo So Dope.
My mojo so dope, bitch. My mojo so dope. I really blink, yes, I really drink. I really do rage.
This is another one. It's this and Devil in a New Dress that we share in our top 10. So I'll also talk about it after you.
My favorite Cudi song of all time. The vibe is just perfect. The beat, the drum pattern, the hook is perfect. Mm-hmm. Perfect mix of melody and rap on this song. Again, this is another song that makes me feel like a king. I also like it because it's Cudi talking about this is how he actually lives. He's not faking this, like us in that sense. Like he's not just saying this to like connect with us. He actually feels like we do and stuff. Another one of those songs that I'm never skipping.
Yeah.
I will listen to this song every time I hear it.
Yeah, I'll listen to this thing 1,000 times.
Yeah, I know. I'll listen to it over and over too. It's that good.
Like you listen to it and you just feel like you're in a tux. Like
that's true.
It's
See,
like,
that's true.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a suit. Yeah, for sure. All right, what is your number 4?
I have Mr. Rager by Kid Cudi.
If you can't tell, we like Man on the Moon too.
Yeah, we do. Another song for me that brings a lot of emotion. It may not be in your top 10 or anything, but this is like top tier Cudi, at least.
This is another one of those songs, like, it is recognized as one of the greatest songs in hip-hop circles for a reason.
His progression throughout the song, like each hook that he does just gets like more emotional and more like assertive. Is that the right word?
Now we're getting into our top 3. We've already went through most of your top 3, but for me, we haven't yet. But this is where it gets very hard for me. Number 1, I can explain, but number 2 and 3, it's hard for me to explain why I like these songs so much. Number 3 is a song most people watching this channel probably have never heard, Naughty Head by Denzel with Rick Ross. This is the best Denzel hook ever. The verse is fire, Rick Ross fire. The melody on the hook is just so infectious, dude. Oh my goodness.
The atmosphere of that song is kind of nuts.
The beat is crazy, but there's like this like haze over the song, which is kind of funny. Maybe it's just a stupid comparison, but he's from Florida, so it's like it's humid on the song. Okay, God, this song is so good. This song is so good, bro.
It's a very good song.
That's all I'm gonna say about
I've probably listened to the song like 100 times with you.
Yeah.
You played it so much.
I love this song. I love that song so much. What's your number 3?
I have Mojo So Dope.
Yep.
We already talked about it, so we'll just
We can
skip
move
over
on.
it.
All right, my number 2. Here we go. My number 2 is Superman by Eminem.
But I do know one thing, no. Bitches, they come, they go. Put anthrax on a 10 packs and slap you till you can't stand.
One of the most well-known hooks ever, probably.
Interpolated a lot.
I think every man can agree with or like relate to what he's saying. Like, bitches, they come, they go. Like that, it's perfect. This is top tier Eminem for me. It's the perfect mix of Eminem where it's shock factor because of the last part there. Like, you know, slap you off that bar stool, put anthrax in your Tampax. That's insane. But it's also the perfect amount of like, this dude is human and relatable. It's another song where it makes you feel in power, obviously, and that's what music I like. But also, it's just so relatable. I think any man past the age of like 20 can relate to it. Like when you're still in high school, like you can relate to it, but you know, it's not like I thought I could relate to this in high school when I was listening to it, but you don't actually relate to it till later. What's your number 2?
My number 2, we just skip over again.
Yep.
I have number 2, Devil in a New Dress. We already talked about it, of course. So.
Yep. All right, my number 1. Here we go. My number 1. Anyone that's watched this channel knew this one was coming. This is Tears in the Rain by The Weeknd. Like I've said numerous times on this channel, I could talk about Tears in the Rain for a video for legit an hour straight. I could talk on stage about Tears in the Rain for like an hour. In my opinion, it's the greatest song of all time. It starts the song, they all feel the same, he's talking, and you don't understand what necessarily he's talking about until the part that you just heard where he says, "It would be too late, I expose my ways. Now every girl I touch, they all feel the same." Now, it just perfectly goes in, and of course, we're limited on what we can listen to, but like at the end, on the hook, he's talking about embrace all that comes, die with a smile, don't show the world how alone you've become. Which again is like what we already talked about on Kissland, like the conclusion of tour life.
Yeah.
And then she has no recollection of the life she's had without. Oh my goodness, dude. And then the beat is just,
Yeah.
it's the comparisons between The Weeknd and Michael Jackson, obviously, forever. But the most popular Michael Jackson song of all time does the exact same thing as Tears in the Rain. Billie Jean does this exact same storytelling where you don't exactly know what Michael's talking about until the hook comes in and it all makes sense. All right, what's your number 1?
If you've watched the channel, you already know 90210 by Travis Scott is my favorite song of all time. But like you said this is the greatest song of all time with The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say that for 90210 again.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
90210, 90210, looking for that. What happened? Now my daddy happy, mama called.
That song also got me through a lot. That's why I love it so much. It's also just amazing music. The first atmospheric front half of the song. Jeez. And then Pills. And then the second half rapping. Good ass music.
True.
Yeah. A lot of emotion for me for that song. But I can't explain it because it's been years.
And just to comment on your like greatest thing ever, like, yeah, this doesn't have to be the greatest song of all time to be your favorite, but for me, I like to argue. So, Tears in the Rain is the greatest song of all time, and you can argue with a wall, or argue with me, and I'll beat you. In my head, at least.
In my head.
Again, let us know in the comments what your top 10 favorite songs are, and if you made it this far in the video, we really appreciate you. That means, like, you know, you care about our opinions which you shouldn't be doing. So anyways, we'll see you in the next video.